Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with this Tuesday expert, Omar, the real estate entrepreneur. How you doing, sir?
Good. What's happening, Michael? What's up, everybody? Let's go.
Hey, man. So one thing I want to talk about with you, because you and I have been in the business 20 plus years, you and I have seen a lot. I actually want to rewind the clock to the early 2000s, also the Great Recession. And I want to talk about what happens in high price markets like Orange County, for me, Palo Alto, that, like really pricey areas, and also the markets where we tend to invest in. You in the high desert, I'm in Fresno, California. If the stock market has a 40%, just a 40-50% crash, falls off a cliff, companies can't raise money, no more IPOs, the stock market's closed for whatever reason, what happens to real estate, when the stock market crashes like that? What do you remember?
You know what, Michael? When I got my license in 03, I had a small run, from 03, 04, 05, 06, and then I saw that appreciate substantially crazy overnight. If the stock market does tank, the ability to get money is going to be a little more difficult.
Exactly.
And if it's more difficult, then there's going to be more, you have to have a paper.
Yeah.
So the middle class is going to be left kind of like not knowing what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you brought up Orange County, Palo Alto, these places that are even the last crash, and I did the research on this, OC only dropped like 12%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Our areas, forget about it.
Oh yeah, Fresno was down 75% over a 5-year period.
We're done. Yeah. Oh my! I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah. So this is what I remember about stock market crash. So first and foremost, you have to know about places like OC and Palo Alto and just the pricey stuff in California. A lot of those buyers today are using stock equity. They're selling stock.
Oh, that's good.
As the down payment, right? So that's why these engineers and salespeople and whatnot can afford a $1.5 million house in Palo Alto that's 50 years old. Is because they sold 400 grand worth of stock or whatever it is in their company. So the first thing that happens if there's a stock market crash and all the tech stocks go to, very little, is you're going to see transactions freeze. Because again, people are using their options now, or they used to be called options. Now they're called RSUs, and they're just not going to have any money. When people get scared and they see their stock portfolios or their 401ks become 201ks, the first thing that happens in places like OC and Palo Alto is transactions stop. They stop.
Ooh,
right?
Okay.
They freeze, or they become very little. What happens in Fresno and maybe the high desert? Fresno, not impacted at all by stock markets. The .com crash did not touch Fresno. No tech, no software. They make food, and that's where you send your, California state.
Agricultural.
Agriculture. Hey, get out of there. One sec. One of my dogs was making too much noise. Sorry. So again, the tech wreck of the 2000s didn't impact Fresno at all. It just kept doing its thing, but it did slow down the Bay Area, and it will do it again, right? If the software sector falls 50% or whatever it is, you're going to see less transactions in high priced areas because the stock money's not there to buy the house. So that's the first thing that happens. And then the next thing that happens is you will see people like what happened in the Great Recession is, or actually after the .com wreck, is people felt less confident in the stock market, but they wanted something else. So that's what started the real estate boom. 03, 04, 05 is, hey, if I can't make money in the stocks, I'm going to come to real estate. That's what I did, right? I got burned for 150 grand and then came to real estate. So it's interesting to think about. But yeah, there's a lot that when stocks get crushed and 401ks become 201ks, it does have a psychological impact on buyers, certainly in high priced areas, in my opinion.
And you know what? That does represent something too. If transactions come to a halt, and I didn't know this, and I'm taking notes because this is cool, understanding that majority of people that are buying in those higher end areas are, they sold their options.
Yeah. Stocks and RSUs.
Yeah. They made the money. And then if those transactions halt, that puts us in another position too, to be able to buy in that super nice area for a little bit less.
Yeah, absolutely. So what will happen in super nice areas is what will happen is, first off, transactions will stop. Then you have some people that need to sell, right? Because if again, this happens in the Valley all the time. Mom and dad are software engineers. One works here, one works there. One of them loses their job. It happens. Now they can't afford the $7,000 mortgage payment or whatever godly thing is. They got to move to Texas. They got to sell. Maybe they had 400 grand in equity because that's what they put down, but they'll take 200K loss just to get out. Because what happens in the Bay Area when this comes about is people can't carry the nut, right? The nut is so big, 7,000, 8,000, whatever it is for these mortgage payments. You just don't want to carry it. So you'll take a short-term loss to leave it behind. So it'll be interesting in high-priced areas if the stock market fell 40%.
Jesus, I don't want to see that happen. I don't think nobody does.
No.
I mean, if it does, then we just have to adjust. But still, these are hypothetical.
Yeah, these are all hypothetical. The other thing that will happen is in markets like the high desert and Fresno is after there's a settling, is people who do still have money, maybe they went to cash early or whatever, they will seek something out because they will feel burned by the stocks. They'll feel burned by crypto. And they will once again say, real estate is real. I can touch it. Real. I can feel it. I can get a tenant. I can get cash flow, 30-year debt. So what happened last time is after the stocks got wrecked, a lot of people came to real estate in cheaper areas and they will do it again.
Man, I wonder. I mean, I know for a fact that's going to happen too, Michael. And you just kind of brushed on something. Not that this is going to be a crypto call, but if something does happen to crypto, everyone is going to take their monies and buy more real estate. Like, watch.
Oh, it'll happen because again, the crypto fans, what they don't like fiat currency, right? Fiat, the dollar. So they're going to take it out if they got wrecked or whatever. And they're going to buy some hard assets that have inflation protected, produce income. It's
tangible.
Tangible. You can see it, touch it, feel it. It's not this thing on some ledger out there in the ether.
I know. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, these are fun things to think about, right? What if the stock market fell 40%? My guess is high dollar areas freeze, low dollar areas kind of get cool, but then pick up because people will want to own hard assets and once again become, landlords because, hey, I got burned in crypto. Hey, I got burned in stocks. Hey, what else is left? I can't leave it in cash because inflation's eating it away. So let's go buy some more real estate. So that's what I think might happen.
Huge, man, huge. And this is awesome. I love discussing all this stuff. I hope everybody on the channel gets a lot out of this. At least I hope so.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're having fun.
Yeah, we're having fun. It's all good.
There you go. Hey, man, well, do me a favor. Thank you for doing these 3 conversations with me. How can people follow you?
Guys, go to my website, omaralfaro.com, or follow me on IG at Omar_Alfaro.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Let's go.